In today's video, we're going to take a look at one of the trade setups that was identified in the breakout session Wednesday, and it's a trade in X, US Steel. Now, we don't know if this is going to play out or not, but I do have a very healthy cluster of Fibonacci price relationships that come together, and the area that stands out is this 3405 to 3516 area, and it is in a zigzag or two-step pattern as we're testing this key support. And all we really need to see now at this point is a buy trigger, something that tells us that it's worth placing a bet against this zone. Now, for a swing trade, I usually suggest using a 30-minute chart to tell you whether or not it's worth placing a bet. You can obviously use something like a 5-minute or even a 3-minute chart if you want to day trade against a zone like this. But as far as taking something overnight, I like to look at a 30-minute chart. And here's an example. So right now, as we are trading into that support, we're still looking at a bearish pattern of lower lows and lower highs. So what I want to see, if this support is any good, is I want to see the moving average crossover to the upside. I like to use the 834 EMA crossover on intraday charts for triggers. So it needs to have that crossover, and then in the process I want to see a pattern shift, and a pattern shift would basically be taking out a prior swing high also. So for example, if we, in the process of having the crossover, we also take out this prior swing high, then both things come together as far as a signal. Then I look at entering the trade and then defining my risk either underneath the low that's made prior to the signal firing off, or underneath the low end of the cluster, which in this case would be right underneath that 3405 area. Okay, so that's a trade setup that we are stalking for a signal. If it doesn't give us a signal, then how about just standing aside? And I do want something to tell me it's worth placing a bet, and so far we're not seeing it, so we're just stalking it.